Hey, everybody, what's up? Over there, Michael Langston, recruiting analyst for Warchant.com, the ultimate Seminole sports source. I'm Aslan Hujavani. Thanks so much for being here. Subscribe to Warchant.com, everybody. It's the ultimate Seminole sports source. You get all your information as it's happening, sometimes even before it happens, over on the PRB, the Premium Recruiting Board. If you don't feel like subscribing, we'll politely disagree, but I understand. What can they do to show some appreciation in the meantime, Michael?
Oh, we love when you hit the like button, guys. It helps us promote all these things. We're dealing with back-to-back junior days, a lot of features that are already up on the site. Football schedule came out, so you have a bunch of stuff coming up. Spring ball is coming up, and obviously FSU got a commitment recently with Chaston Brown, and now you're getting another one. I think coming up as well. So we're giving you good news. So yeah, just hit the like button for us, guys.
All right, Michael, you mentioned Mariana. It's a town near and dear to your heart, and
Yes.
Florida State went and got a talented playmaker out of Mariana, Amari Clemons. You saw this one coming, Michael. What do you think went into this recruitment and the decision being made?
Yeah, took back-to-back visits to FSU this weekend. He brought his mom on, that's usually kind of a sign for me. Like when you come for a visit a previous weekend, and you say, "Hey, I'm going to bring my mom the following weekend." I think there was a connection there, and then got a few tips around Sunday that hey, this is one to really watch, and here it is, bam, Monday, and pops, and FSU gets a dynamic playmaker, a four-star running back that I think very highly of. I think an all-purpose guy that can do a lot of different things. I think more so just a home run hitter in this offense. Very explosive back, averages around 230 a game. Aslan plays at Mariana High School. Shout out to my mom's alma mater. So that's where my mom went. So, but overall, I think just a dynamic weapon to kind of mix in really good, where you got some power guys and even speed guys as well with Chromo and Davis, and then certainly you have Danzy has speed, but get a mixture of a guy with vision and a guy that's just every time he touches the ball, you're holding your breath because he can score every time he touches it. Guy that camped at FSU multiple days, one that they've loved from the start, and one where I think from the start, FSU has been very consistent about what they've loved about this guy and where he stood, and just his fit into this offense. And then I think it took it to another level when they added Gus Malzahn, who does really good with running backs, and it's going to be a offense that certainly got the running. They're going to run the ball a lot, and that's something that it really attracted Amari to FSU to go along with it being a 45-minute drive, and mom can come see you play, but in a team that he grew up liking. So I think when you measure all this stuff together, FSU's getting a dynamic playmaker, but one that I don't think it happened as fast. I think it happened a little bit, faster than even I anticipated. I thought maybe he'd take some visits, but I think he's experienced a lot of different. Where once you see what you want, what else is there to see? And I think with FSU, it just checked off everything that he wanted in a school. Great program. He has a really good connection with the coaches. You're adding a coach in Gus Malzahn that runs the ball. He loves Coach Yak as far as what his development is with running backs, the way he matures and develops them. I think that really stands out a lot to him. So I think overall, just once that happened, as I said, when his mom came on the visit, that kind of told you like, okay, this is commit watch. Certainly you have to have him on commit watch, and then now, today, we're talking about his commitment to Florida State, and I think it's certainly a big one when you're looking at just playmakers in this offense. We're wondering what type of playmakers can Gus add to this offense, since it's going to be a new offense this year.
What do you see on film, Michael, that you think is going to translate sooner than later? I mean, Mariana maybe doesn't play the most
Right.
treacherous schedule in all of Florida, but he ran for over 1,800 yards this past season at 34 scores. This is all according to Max Preps. 14 catches, 247 yards, 3 touchdowns. But then they ran into a buzzsaw in Florida High. That was the only game. They went 10-1 this past season and got tripped up in that one. But what do you see from him that makes you feel that it will translate to Division I high level football?
Well, when you see him, you watch when you're watching the film, you study what he does in short space. His quick space quickness is really jumps out. You see a lot of that in the cuts. I think the pull away speed is certainly probably something that people get the most excited about. But I think the thing that excites me is just the way he makes people miss in short space. I mean, he's really good at it. And then and in the next gear he has after that first cut, I think that's going to generate into college. Now, his body will have to get there as far as from the nutrition program, build up stronger to handle the level of guys that you're going against at D1. But overall, that explosibility and that quickness in space, I think that will generate pretty quickly. I think where you can see him on the field where, you could have him in a lot of different passing situations. You see a lot of just receiving situations. We kind of saw that with Toafili's career as well. Once they got him out in space, he was a guy that was a real problem, and I think Amari's the same thing.
There you go. Amari Clemons, a consensus 4-star running back for the 26 class, number 44 overall prospect in the state of Florida, as Florida State continues to get some good news coming off their junior day. And things don't stop here. What's next on the calendar for you here, Michael Langston?
Man, we're trying to bang out this 2026 hot board, but they're making it hard. Brady obviously decommitting from Florida State at quarterback kind of screws up my thing where I got to start back over. They offer 3 quarterbacks, so I'm gonna obviously not starting over, but kind of cleaning that up. We'll have some hot boards coming up, so I'll certainly start working on that stuff. We'll have a lot more, just different hot boards. And you got another junior day this weekend on February 1st, where I think there's going to be some top names coming in for that February 1st weekend. It's kind of the last one. And then signing day's coming up. So we'll see if FSU can pull a few more surprises on this signing day like they did, in the early signing day.
Is it this Wednesday or is it next Wednesday?
I want to say next Wednesday.
Because it'll still be. I think Wednesday still.
Yeah, I want to say next Wednesday.
Yeah,
I want to say February 6th, but don't quote me on that.
Michael, do you know? Before we go here, I don't want to give everything away out, but I know that Bo Bentley, quarterback out of state of Texas, tweeted on Sunday that he received an offer from Florida State. Do you know? I mean, that's obviously probably gonna be part of your hot board, I guess. So you're still working on that. Like, we don't know the pecking order quite yet of like where Florida State's board is now for quarterback with Smeagol's decommitment, right?
No, we don't. We know he was the first offer, or at least the first reported offer. Yeah. They later offered 2 more, and Keyshawn Henderson, who's a really good 4-star I love a lot, and then I think Duckworth's another one that they've been very high on. They also offered. I'll get into all those guys, but I think overall, I don't think there's a pecking order yet. I think FSU is the type they like to build the relationship within each kid, and I do think some of those are guys that they've visited before and checked out. As far as I don't think this Brady Smigel thing was took them by shock, where they weren't prepared for it. I think this was kind of a trending thing where we felt like, once he told me in the interview, like, hey, this isn't what I signed up for, it was kind of like, you kind of like the tea leaves are there where it's like, okay, they're going to have some work to do to pull this off, to keep him in. So I think overall, I think the guy that though I like the best, Aslan, when I look at him, I love Keyshawn too. Landon Duckworth just feels like the guy that would really put them in a really good position at the quarterback position. Now we'll have to do digging and find out where each one stands, but I think overall that's the one that I've really, as far as film, when I watch film, that's the guy I really jumps out to me.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on it. By we, I mean Michael Langston and Matt Lasser are going to keep an eye on it over on the Premium Recruiting Board. Go subscribe, get the news once it hits the presses, and hit the thumbs up on the way out. Michael, thanks for doing this, man. We appreciate you.
You got it.